Hello. It looks like I'm in live, and I am welcoming everyone. Thank you for coming today. And today we will be talking about how the mind affects aging and style. Today is joining me Tales in Style, Ghislaine, stylist, slow fashion, and I'm very excited to talk about it. This is for Ghislaine. I'm requesting you. While you're joining me, I will tell a little bit about myself. I'm Ilona, esthetician. Hey, Ghislaine.
Hello.
Lovely to see you. I little bit was telling about you and was thinking to introduce with myself that I am esthetician and my passion is skin, and I am looking at skin in holistic approach with mindset, nutrition, diet, what we're eating, and what we can manually to do, what kind of treatments or self-care. And today we're talking with Ghislaine about mindset in style and in beauty. It's really nice to have you today. I'm really excited.
Me too.
Thank you for joining, and maybe tell in your words a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. Well, it's lovely to be here. Thanks very much for inviting me. So, my business is quite new. I am a personal stylist, and my main emphasis is on sustainability. I kind of stumbled into this by accident because I've always been interested in fashion and style, but was feeling more and more uncomfortable about what was being offered to us because I was aware that a lot of the ways that garments are produced are not very good for the planet, but I could see alternatives. And people started to ask me about where I'd got things, and I'm a huge fan of pre-loved. And I'm also a bit of a geek about checking labels, finding out what fabrics things are made out of. So combining the two just seemed to make sense. And during lockdown, I took the opportunity to do a little bit of extra training. And so I've done some colour training with the London College of Style. And I can see the lovely Louisa, so I'm going to give her a wave. I ought to be able to work out how to give her a wave otherwise, but I'm a bit rubbish with this. But anyway, hello Louisa, thank you for joining us. Who's also a stylist with the London College of Style. So that's a little bit about me. And I should say about Ilona, Ilona is a genius with all things to do with skin. I spend Sunday evening with her, having this beautiful hour of meditation and massage, and we do it all online, and afterwards I just feel on cloud nine. And of course my skin is just glowing.
It is. I just see and love looking at you, the way you look today. I love your style as well. It's just something which resonates with me so well, because I was starting as well to get a bit cautious about the style, clothing, what I'm wearing. And I was like, I don't feel that it is very practical. So what I do, I kind of I put on a side in the ceiling bags for the storage my stuff, and then when I see the new fashion coming out, I see the combinations and put together my old loved things in the new outfits. It's kind of like creates the new way. And the same as what I've been doing with my old jewelry, I've been dismantling it and then putting something more new, fashionable together, which is one of my hobbies. And that's what I kind of like to think of, the way how the in the future the fashion can be done as well, that it doesn't need anymore as well that big storage rooms what is being like shops at the moment being. So yeah, we are on the step of changes.
I think that whilst the pandemic has been awful, and I really feel for everyone who suffered, and I think everyone has suffered, there are some changes that are happening which will be for the better. And I love what you said about having your own little kind of style, doing your own styling session in your own wardrobe. And that is actually what I really want to, my real goal is to empower the women, and by and large it is women, the women that I work with, to feel the confidence that they can do this, because we all we're all beautiful, everyone's lovely and can look amazing just the way they are. It isn't a matter of losing weight or spending a huge amount of money on something. It's just about finding out what your unique style is and embracing it and enjoying it and being playful, like you just said, just being playful.
Yes, and I think what you're saying, this is a big part of mindset, isn't it? How we actually think about ourselves. Because I noticed with myself, I up till not long time ago, I was thinking about myself. Oh, you, when I was younger, oh, you always gonna pick the wrong guy, or you gonna always get into trouble. Of course, it's just me, that's the way I am, and I will always was putting myself down until I met like a Marissa Peer, who explains in her that online program which I purchased, that actually in us lives like a union, and we need to look out for each other, and to start nurture each other and support, become a cheerleaders. And I think in mindset, once we kind of realize it, it's a shame that it only comes with experience. That I didn't know that when I was 20. And that kind of mentality to be more nurturing and more looking after ourselves, because if we putting ourselves down, and the same, yeah, thank you for mentioning Sunday classes, because the Sunday classes was all about, for me in the beginning, yes, I can give the practical stuff about the face massage, but the mindset of the affirmations and chanting mantras, that's the biggest treasure what I think in the Sunday classes, because we're changing our energy around us. And once we get into that self-acceptance and loving mood, we kind of vibrate like almost the energy field changing with that nurturing and loving surrounding. And that's what I think it's so important.
That connection between yourself, the wider world, and your community is so important, because those negative voices that you have in your head that are saying that, oh, I shouldn't wear that, I'm too old, or oh, there's no point in me spending a load of money because I'm fat and I need to lose weight. All of those hideous negative voices that you hear in your head, you'd never say that to your best friend.
Exactly.
But why do you say it to yourself? And the moment you start to accept yourself as you are, then you can start accepting others as they are and see them, you really, really properly see them and appreciate them. And it's been interesting, this journey, because I've noticed that that particularly with colour, because colour has a huge power to, it doesn't just affect you, it can affect those around you. So when you realise what the energy and power that different colours carry with them, you can actually achieve outcomes from what you intend to do. Just as you were saying with sort of affirmations. So So one of the reasons I'm wearing blue today, and I'm a spring,
I
and
love
I'm
this
a
dress.
blue spring, and it definitely complements the silver in my hair. I'm not ashamed to say it's grey, but I like
It's beautiful.
silver. But blue is blue actually activates cortisol, so it has a physiological effect on those people around you, and of course on yourself. So that effect happens through your eyes, and it's not just a psychological effect. Those psychological effects are important, but by activating cortisol, you're making connections with other people, and that helps you with communication. So I was quite nervous. I'm not that proficient at coming onto Instagram lives, though I love chatting to you. So I wanted something that would make me feel like I could communicate calmly and make sense, which is why I decided to wear blue today. And there's so much about, as you start to dig deep into the power of colour and what it can do for you, that most of us just don't realise.
Yes, yes, because I know I have as well navy kind of
You've picked some
soft,
blue too.
just feels, yeah, today these colors felt like it's my mood, but it's amazing how it's not just when we're wearing some colors, it's affecting our looks and the way we think, but it's actually when we put them on and we kind of consciously decide what we're wearing, they build our confidence, they enhance our features, that we can even look younger, and we feel younger instantly, and it's just such a nice feeling, and it shouldn't be kind of put down and said that it's you shouldn't be wearing that, or you shouldn't be thinking this way of you're too old or something, because it's like a boxing thinking, and it's time to kind of release it out, and I think it will help us in this as well situation in a pandemic to kind of set us free as well, and that's how I hope we come out of it.
And I certainly have found that I've been using colour in my daily life. I mean, the vast majority of my day, the only people who see me are my husband and my son, who are probably a bit sick of me, to be perfectly honest. but but if I look down and I see a colour that makes me feel calm or energized, or, and I'm going to show you another colour. So yellow is not a colour that I would normally consider wearing a lot of, but at the moment I feel really drawn to it. So I'm not sure how the light will do with this one, because artificial light's rarely that flattering.
It's
But
nice
this
with
is
your
quite...
lip color.
Sorry?
Nicely goes with lips. It's enhance your face instantly.
So this is one of the yellows. So everybody can wear a shade of each colour in the rainbow, depending on what season they sit in. And I can help people find their wow colours. But for me, yellow has always been a colour I've avoided, largely because it figured quite high in my school uniform. It was a sort of really nasty old gold, and it just made me like, oh no, I just can't wear it. But I'm so drawn to it at the moment because it's about hope, and it's about new beginnings, and it's about that energy that comes out of the ground in the summer, in the spring. So all the daffodils and the crocuses that are coming through.
Lovely.
And yeah, so wearing a colour like that, yeah, as you said, it's lovely that you actually noticed that it changed the way that my face looked as I brought it up.
Yeah, brilliant the way you did it.
And literally everybody can do that and can play with colour. Obviously, I'm really happy to have consultations and to help people do that. But actually, you can do it for yourself. And again, that's about the resetting your mindset, about how actually it's okay to spend some time working out what makes you look great. because then when you look great, you feel great, and you're nicer to be around.
Yeah, it's just uplifts the mood. Yeah, because you do over the Zooms the color consultations, aren't you?
Own I wouldn't do a full colour consultation
The
over Zoom.
introduction.
I would help people work out what colour families are going to be best for them, and give them advice as to how they can play with what they've got in their wardrobe so that they can make a better decision about it. And I've got a waiting list for as soon as the hairdressers go back, and I know they're going to be mobbed, but as soon as the hairdressers are able to work again, I'll be able to do contact work, and I'll be able to do draping with people. Um, and finding out what those wow colours are. I'm already working with a couple of women who were made redundant during the pandemic, and have they've completely lost their mojo. There's so many people who spent so much time in their pajamas that it's almost like you've forgotten how to get dressed, and that you're not valuing yourself. So I'm just helping people to kind of just re-energize and feel excited about the clothes that they've got in their wardrobe. And more often than not, you don't actually need to go out and buy a heck of a lot more, and it might just be a few little tweaks that'll bring out the best in some pieces that you've got already.
Yeah, it's amazing because what I noticed for my daily uplifting mood, what I noticed, I put almost every day earrings. There is very rarely the day when I don't put earrings because it's kind of feels that I am somehow setting up myself or looking after. And actually I have made like 8 different tips which are free to request in my bio in the Instagram bio link, that if you want some instant uplifting mood ideas, which is like to put on jewelry or to buy flowers for yourself or dance like no one is watching.
Oh, that's a favorite of mine.
And things like that which we actually need our like a library to have, where we are when we are feeling low, we can kind of to get a look and take something out of it, because it's been hard. It's absolutely for everyone, and it's so important that we look out for each other.
Definitely. I don't know about you, but I think that I found this third one the hardest of all.
Yes.
It might be because of it coinciding with winter, but yeah, I think everybody needs to nurture themselves, and 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 that will benefit in so many different ways.
Yes, absolutely. This is such a important time to kind of be connected with yourself, take time for yourself, but at the same time to kind of find the strength. Because what I find, we as a women, we have this ability to look after our family. We are the core basically. And if we're not happy, that no one is happy, it just in aura expands. And that's why it's so important that we need to find the time for ourselves. And that's why it's so good to find like a play around your wardrobe, find the colors, and maybe refresh it with something. And what is great that I love as well, the pre-loved stuff, like you say, it's just amazing what you can find.
It really is. And I'll be honest, I was missing having a really good rummage through the charity shops and going to vintage fairs. But just as you have pivoted your business during the pandemic, and mine has changed as well. I wasn't offering anything on Zoom before this. Um, a lot of the charity shops, and of course there's all the resale sites as well. So I've been able to support quite a few clients by, because not everybody really likes online shopping or is confident with it. So I've been able to help people find those little pieces that, again, it doesn't necessarily have to cost a lot of money, but certainly as long as you look okay from the top up at the moment, most people, that's the only public face that they have. And certainly there's so much out there. It's easy to get up. For me, it's really easy to get down, lost in a rabbit hole of going and searching for beautiful things. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Vinted and Depop at the moment. And Vestiaire is fascinating, though. I'm trying very hard not to look at that because the prices are a little bit beyond me at the moment.
Yeah, I just had an idea that we could, well, we need to see how long the Zoom pandemic is going and all these kind of sessions, but we could create maybe one masterclass where we would talk about how we can create Zoom outfits for with accessories, and I could tell a little bit more about the makeup and how to enhance the quick and enlightening makeup.
That would be brilliant. Oh, I'd really love to do that with you. It'd be great if anyone who's watching this has got any feedback about anything that they'd like to know about that would help with either skincare, because certainly with us all having to wear masks a lot of the time, that has definitely affected well, the way that I do my makeup, because I really love lipstick, so having to cover my face really troubles me, and I'm much more likely to get breakouts. And so any tips that you've got with that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I have to say, I noticed as well that I have more often breakouts, and it's due to the definitely mask. So I think I have to do probably a post or a little bit talk about it, because it's better if we wash it like every day or every second day if we have any foundation or make lipstick, because it's really affects from the other side. Actually, it is the first time when we actually protecting our skin in a way like we would protect gloves or our body generally, because the face is always been that organ or place where during the summer or winter it suffers the most, but we give the least attention to it. And it's been which I want to raise as well, yeah, that it's nothing wrong to find the time for yourself, and find the time that if you little bit give attention to yourself, and it's just connection with your inner kind of caring nature.
And it's really important. I mean, I guess that maybe I was told when I was younger about the importance of sunblock, but you can already see, I'm in my late 50s, but I've got some massive bits of sun damage. And short of surgery, I think there's not really very much I can do about that.
We will talk about, I have some, but the pigmentation is quite hard to be dealing with.
Yeah, and again, that is something about things I would have liked to tell my younger self about how important it is to take care of the skin on my face, and that doing that is far more important than getting a suntan.
Yes, exactly. And I am the same. I was when you are 35, I started to look after myself only later, when I was turning 35, because that's when my wrinkles started to appear. Although I knew all the new routine which needs to be done, you kind of neglecting because you don't see those. And it's probably the mindset what we are having, that it's just something which you suddenly wake up. But what I want just to urge and say, the earlier we are looking after our skin, the slower we starting to do the aging. And it's probably in our culture, because the aging being accepted as a common sense. I think this way it's been not being paid attention. And in our parents and our grandparents, it was war, it was the fields, factory. What kind of beauty you are talking about in self-care? And it's almost been like a put down, that it's nothing to be proud of, that you're looking after yourself, or a good thing. And I think we are the lucky generation that we finally can actually take from Asia some tips, and the culture, which is more than 2000 years old, how they give it generations to the generations, these like feminine women's nurturing beauty routine tips.
And I can see somebody on the call who nurtures women from another perspective, actually. So my lovely friend Leonie is listening. So thank you. And Leonie is a food expert, and she uses diet. So I know how important you regard beauty from the inside out. So Leonie uses diet both to help people lose weight, but actually more importantly, just to have a really healthy lifestyle with boundless energy. And actually, if you ever meet her, you'll see that
Yes.
she epitomizes what she does. And I think that when you kind of get some level of understanding, it's really important to be able to share that, and hopefully share that down the generations as well.
Definitely. And I think we are in that lucky first generation, which we can kind of start to nurture and pass the knowledge and raise it, and kind of bring it to life more.
And give it value, and so that people understand that that by spending time on themselves, that they actually in the end save time. So the more you get to understand what beauty routines work for you, the more efficient you become, and the more you understand your nutritional values and what feeds your body, actually the less time you spend eating rubbish or preparing meals that are not nurturing and properly supporting you. And the same with clothes. So the more you understand your own physical body type, the less time you spend wasting energy traipsing around the shops buying stuff that really doesn't suit you. And again, the same with the colour. So the more you start to understand what role colour plays in your life, actually probably the less makeup you need to wear, because if you're wearing the right colours that shine up against your face, you don't need to have loads of foundation, because you'll reduce the bags under your eyes, the shadows. Oh, sorry, as I said, I'm in my late 50s, so you kind of get shadows around here. And also there's all sorts of stuff goes on around here, and you don't want to be drawing attention to that. Get the right colours, and actually what people see are your eyes and the fact that your cheeks are glowing.
Yeah, but as well, like you say, I think with aging is most important that the quality of the skin, and not about the makeup. And it's so important that you do these massages which are draining the toxins out, and you are cleansing. And with the cleansing the face, you get that glowing skin, which then saves you time on makeup, and you look in the mirror and you feel good. Because the thick makeup, when you see the person, it's just actually pushes away. It doesn't draw onto you. And what we want, it's that the mindset that we are comfortable with our skin, with ourselves, and we feel good how we look. And it's all about the acceptance.
That's exactly the word I was going to use, acceptance. Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's been lovely
Oh, it's
So
always
the
lovely to talk
time
to you.
really flows.
Oh my word, yes. Half an hour already. That's incredible.
Yes. So for us today, a takeaway would be that I would say from my side is probably to find a friend in yourself and to be nurturing. And I would say as well, like you were saying about the foods, it's the balance of the nutrition, what we're putting in ourselves is so important, and that mindset and the skincare. Once we allow ourselves to have time for our skin, because most of the people say I don't have time for that, but that's the mindset bit. Once we decide, make decision that we can uh, have time, allow ourselves, it's just 10 minutes every day, and it's not big deal, and it's just suddenly time appears. And about the clothing as well, it's just allow yourself, isn't it?
Yes, no, I agree. I think that we all have to wear clothes. There's very few. I do know one naturist, but most of us have to wear clothes. And so the most important thing is in wearing clothes that make you feel good and knowing which ones make you look fantastic as well. And once you start to do that, you get interested in colour, because I think once you've got the right styles in place, you're not going to accept that you have to wear drab colours and hide all the time. You actually want to be seen, and you start to get interested in the colours and the effect it has on your face. And then you start to be aware that actually it doesn't just have an effect on you, it has an effect on other people as well. So understanding your style, understanding the effect colour has on you, and understanding the effect colour has on other people, all of those things are actually, all of those things can be free if you want them to be. It's just about playing with them. And if you want to talk to me, I'm always willing to talk about it.
Yeah, I think everyone who is watching later on this video as well, if you have any questions or suggestions you would like to find out, you are more than welcome to write the message down below, and we will get straight the direct messages, and we will be more than happy to talk about it. Because we think with Ghislaine we will be coming back on our talk, and we'll create some more lives where we want to talk about the styling and the mindset and beauty, how it's works with each other and can help each other. Because when we look around us, everything is connected. We can't take just separate things like dividing. It's all actually connected, and it's so important to starting to put them together and combine and play around and take the life as a lovely gift.
What a perfect, yes, exactly. Life is a lovely gift. Even in the middle of a pandemic, it is a
Yeah.
lovely gift.
It's just something which we probably will soon again find to complain once we're gonna go back to work. It's just the nature, but it's just continuing to work with yourself, and we are here to support and serve as best as we can, and to just be for each other out and look out for each other, isn't it?
Yes, thank you, Ilona. I
Thank
always love
you.
talking to you.
It is. It's always. We haven't touched half of the subject which
No,
we were planning, but
another
it's
time.
enough for another live. It's
Yeah.
gonna be. Thank you,
Thank you.
and
Enjoy your afternoon.
yes. So find the Ghislaine, or if you want those 8 uplifting tips from my social media, let me know and I will send them to you. And just take care, and hope to see you soon in lives. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you, Ghislaine.
Take care.
Bye.